Barack Obama is asked for a number of things from inside the United States government because he's the president-elect. In fact, he's asked for everything because he needs to know, hey, what's happening in the Environmental Protection Agency, what's happening at Treasury, what's happening with the bailout, and, of course, what's happening at the Justice Department and the CIA. Now, he's gotten everything he has asked for, which, of course, is normal. That's exactly what's supposed to happen. Except he is not being given some secret memos at the Justice Department and the CIA regarding two specific topics: the warrantless wiretapping and how we treated detainees. The two things that the Bush administration seems to have done illegally. Now, this is really silly because he's going to be president in a couple of months and he's going to have access to everything. What do you mean you're not going to give it to the president? That doesn't make any sense, right? So one begins to wonder, what are they going to do? Are they going to destroy the documents? But remember, understand what they are. These are the documents that said, here is our super duper secret reasons why we think these programs are legal, even though on their face they appear to be completely illegal. And Congress has been asking for this for years. Just a couple of months ago, a federal judge said, hey, look, there's a civil lawsuit here, and I need to see these documents. I'm not going to make them public, but in closed hearings, I need to see what these documents are, your legal justification for these programs that you've always assured us are totally legal if I just saw that one super secret document you have, which you couldn't possibly show me, right? Now, there's a court order for them. Congress has asked for them, and now the president-elect is asking for them, and they won't give them over. That's madness. You know where they are, by the way? I'm being literal. They are in Vice President Cheney's safe at the Vice President. And what the hell are they doing at the Vice President's office? Why aren't they at the CIA or the Justice Department or inside the White House? No, but they are literally in a safe. As reported by Barton Gellman, wrote the book The Angler about Vice President Cheney, in a safe in Vice President Cheney's office. And he says, no, I'm not going to give it to you. Nah, 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 nah. That's insane, dude. That's madness. All right, here's what's going to happen when we find these documents. We already know. And look, mark the time and the date, JR, okay? This is December 12th, right, that we're doing the show live. We're going to find out that in the beginning, in 2003 and even earlier, all the way into 2004, that the domestic surveillance program, which they assured us was only to listen to terrorists outside the country, but if they make a call inside the U.S. or from the U.S. to outside the country, they said, oh, we need an exception for that, right? That was their excuse the whole time. We're going to find out that before 2004, they listened to purely domestic calls without a court order, which is only 1,000% illegal. How do we know this? Because people have already talked about it to some degree. The guy who was the number 2 under John Ashcroft, Attorney General, James Comey. In fact, he was acting Attorney General for a while when Ashcroft was in the hospital and there was that famous showdown. James Comey gathered all of the major players of the White House, except the president, and they had this huge debate about the program. And in the beginning, they didn't even show it to him. They didn't show anybody the memo. It was just sitting in the vice president's safe. And he's like, look, I'm running the Justice Department, and I need to know what the hell your legal justification is. You're telling the whole world that we're signing off on it. We've never even seen the memo. So they see the memo, they look at it, and they go, oh, wow, this is horrible. So in that meeting, James Comey says no lawyer would look at this and see it as a real justification for this program, a legal justification for this program. And, of course, at the time, Vice President's attorney, David Addington, who is now his chief of staff, who is Cheney's Cheney, the guy who bosses everyone around, stood up and said, what do you mean? I'm a lawyer and I vouched for it. And James Comey, who is deeply conservative, looks at him and says, no, I meant no good lawyer would. Elbow from the sky. Okay, anyway. So these guys were running a program that was listening in on domestic calls from inside the U.S. to inside the U.S. Now, you will see next year when Barack Obama is president, that these memos will come out, and that part of the program will come out, and everybody will act outraged and surprised. In 2009, mark my words now, people will say, oh my God, it turns out they were running a program where they listened from inside the U.S. to inside the U.S. It had nothing to do with people outside the U.S., and they didn't get court orders. That's obviously in violation of the Fourth Amendment. And I'll say, oh, you don't say. Gee, I wonder if you could have had that information earlier. Anyway, for the moment being, they're not giving it over to Barack Obama, but there's a time limit on this. January 20th, he becomes president, and he has access to all the information. So hopefully we'll find out soon enough.